And coming up next, we'll have our talking point segment, and Harisman will take out to meet the Director of Research and Planning of the Asian Productivity Organization, or APO, to discuss more about the organization in our talking point segment recorded a while back.
Hello, welcome to the TVRI's English News Service. Now in this talking point segment, we will be talking about APO, Asian Productivity Organization. Is the regional governmental organization which contributes to the economic and social development for its member countries by improving the productivity. To discuss more about APO, we will be talking with Mr. Joselito C. Bernardo, Director of Research and Planning Department of APO. Hello, Mr. Bernardo.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Indonesia. Now, this is APO. We're talking about APO, Asian Productivity Organization. We know that this is international organization for Asian country. So, could you tell us more about the APO?
Yeah. The Asian Productivity Organization was established in 1961. It was initiated by 8 countries, and over time it increased the membership to 19 member countries now. The main objective of this organization is to support member countries, improve their productivity, and contribute to sustainable socio-economic development of these countries.
What is the main goal of APO? How important is the APO for its member countries?
Nowadays, the role of APO is becoming more important to several member countries because we are talking about competitiveness. So to be able to increase the competitiveness of member countries, they have to improve their productivity. So these two concepts of productivity and competitiveness are linked. So APO is primarily involved in organizing activities to support member countries to improve their productivity. So we do this in several ways. One is capacity building, and 2 is providing advisory service to governments of these member countries.
So we have 3 days meeting in Jakarta, the 58th sessions of the APO governing body. In this meeting, there's a new roadmap for the next Vision 2020. What is the new roadmap for?
So the roadmap of the APO is the overall framework that will provide the guidelines and how we will be able to achieve the overall vision of the APO. Basically, it has 3 objectives. 1 is to increase the competitiveness of member countries, and 2, to enhance productivity, and 3, to gain recognition for APO as an international productivity organization. So under the roadmap, we spelled out different strategies and key programs to be pursued to be able to achieve all these objectives. So one of the strategic directions is to build the capacities of the national productivity organizations and the small and medium enterprises. And the second is to promote green productivity. And the third is to promote innovations in the different sectors of the economy.
What is this roadmap require from its country members?
Okay, the roadmap spells out the obligations of different member countries, including the NPOs or the National Productivity Organization, as well as the APO. So under this roadmap, we expect member governments to provide the conducive policy environment such that companies or organizations can adapt innovations and implement programs that will increase their productivity. On the side of the APO, we'll be providing various forms of assistance. So right now, we have multi-country projects, we have individual country projects, and we will also soon be expanding our digital learning program.
And from this meeting, what are the results that are expected in Jakarta from this meeting?
Yeah, the governing body of the APO, this is the highest policy-making body of the APO, they made several decisions in this meeting, but the three most important decisions, I should say, is the approval of the two-year program of the APO, that is for 2017 and 2018, and then the approval of the APO Roadmap 2020, and the third is the election of the new Secretary General. As you may know, since the establishment of APO in 1961, the Secretary General has always been a Japanese. But during this meeting, the governing body decided or elected a Secretary General that comes from Southeast Asia, and more specifically from Thailand.
Indonesian government has shown its commitment for productivity and by establishing the Lembaga Produktivitas Nasional, or the National Productivity Board, since 2015. How do you think the NPO, LPN, and APO work together on this?
Yeah, I think in the past, when the NPO was established, it's lodged under the Ministry of Manpower. Okay, but with the creation of the LPN, which brings together all 17 ministries and then other stakeholders coming from the private sector, academia, and NGOs. So there's the involvement of all sectors of the economy, and the NPO Indonesia is providing the secretariat. So the LPN is gathering everybody and identify the needs and the priorities, and the NPO will put this together. And in Indonesia, the NPO Indonesia is the one that coordinates all APO activities in the country, and they also link with other NPOs in other countries so that best practices from other countries can be brought to Indonesia as well.
So how Indonesian can participate in this APO program, so training courses?
I see. Yeah, APO, as I mentioned earlier, we have several programs to cater to the different needs of member countries. Like we have multi-country projects or programs, we have individual country programs, and starting this year, we will be expanding our digital learning program. So when we speak of multi-country projects or programs, these are programs where we invite participants from different member countries to attend our training courses and workshops. So those from Indonesia who would like to attend these workshops or courses, they can apply through the NPO in Indonesia, and it's all free. APO provides the cost for the participation. So we have programs for the different sectors, like we have programs for agriculture, we have programs covering industry and services sector, and we have program for the government sector, which we call public sector productivity. So all of these programs are meant to provide new knowledge, tools and techniques for participants which they can bring back to their countries and apply it in the respective organizations.
Indonesia has become the APO member since 1968, if I'm not mistaken. Now, what do you think the achievement of Indonesian government so far about productivity, in terms of productivity?
Yes, I think APO has been able to contribute a lot to Indonesia, and it can be seen right now. I think productivity improvement in Indonesia is highest in the area of the information sector, and you can also see this in the special region of Jakarta, where productivity is highest.
Yeah. So, Mr. Bernardo, any particular area that Indonesia should focus on in terms of his role in productivity and as a member of APO?
I think in Indonesia there are many micro and small and medium enterprises, and I think a third of the labor force are also employed in the agriculture sector. So to improve productivity of these sectors, you need to build the capacities of people in farming and the capacities of managers as well as employees in the small and medium enterprises. So most of our programs are catering to the needs of what we call the SMEs. So we train managers on different tools and techniques to improve productivity. And for agriculture, we help promote new technologies that are really relevant to needs of member countries. And Indonesia, for instance, a lot of the farms in Indonesia are quite small. So one way of increasing the income of small farmers is to really raise the productivity, because there's no space to expand the farms. And one of our programs for agriculture is to promote agrotourism. So here, farmers can generate additional income by inviting visitors to come to their farms. At the same time, these visitors will learn about farming, about the lifestyle of the farm household, and when they go home, after visiting the farms, they will buy the produce of the farmers.
So last time the APO has program in Bandung, West Java. So what can you say about Bandung, or especially in agritourism?
Yeah, I have visited some farms in Bandung, and actually they have a great potential to increase the income of the farmers. As I said, I visited like a farm, coffee farm, owned and managed by a young guy who was less than 30 years old. And I was impressed because he is doing it using sustainable farming practices. But after he attended one of our workshops on agritourism, he is converting his farm into an agrotourism enterprise. So in that way, he can help educate people, the visitors to his farm, about farming and sustainable ways of consuming farm products, and it will also increase his income.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bernardo, for this insight of APO. It's really amazing that we can work together in the Asian countries for productivity. There are a lot of achievements that we have achieved so far. And thank you for being with us today on the Talking Point segment, and success for APO in the future.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Harrison.
Nice to meet you. Okay, that's all of our Talking Point segment for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.